book of Revelation, chapter 7, verses 16 and 17. Yes, sir. They shall hunger no more, neither shall they thirst anymore. Preach, preacher. For God shall wipe away, yes, sir, every tear from their eyes. Yes, sir. Get ready for the revolution. Come on.
Okay, if you think I'm reading this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass because I dare you.
Oh, shit. Oh, excuse my language, honey. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Is that Mr. Kirk Franklin? I done seen Kirk, honey, in concert. He can put on a really good show. I love me some Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin is the man that made me love gospel music, honey, okay? I love me some Kirk Franklin. You know, I play Revolution, you guys, because that is what I think, you know, when I think of Kirk Franklin, okay? But then I heard this audio of him cussing a son out. I said, ooh, Kirk, tell him how you really feel. I'm not mad at Kirk, okay? Kirk had about enough, okay? He was cussing that boy the hell out, okay? Child, it was just too much for Miss Robinson, honey.
I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old.
Oh shit, y'all hear Kirk. Kirk said I get with your ass. His son is fine as hell. I know, Miss Robinson shouldn't be looking. I know, y'all know me. I love my man dearly, but I can look. Okay, ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in looking. His son is fine as hell, okay?
I did it. He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
It sound like what, honey? What did you do to your dad? What did you do to your dad? Okay. Child, this is just too much, honey, for Miss Robinson, honey. But Mr. Kirk Franklin, honey, he issued an apology on his Instagram live. It's up on YouTube if you guys have not seen it. So let's see what Kirk got to say, honey. It's okay, Kirk. I forgive you, Kirk. Okay, that boy was out of line. I don't know what he did. You know, he said that they have had a very tumultuous and toxic relationship for years. So, you know, we done all been there, honey, with our parents, honey, okay?
Many of you know I have an older son named Kerrion Franklin. In May, he'll be 33. For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper. And I said words that are not appropriate.
Yes, you did, Kirk. You did. But I think we heard you very clearly, honey. Kirk can get with you, honey, okay? See, now we know where all that passion that he has, you know, where it comes from. Okay, and them songs he be doing.
I'm sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording.
No, he didn't, Kirk. Your son wanted to make you look bad, honey, okay? We've seen this, you know, with Brian McKnight's kids, you know, calling him out, calling him a bad dad.
I'm not perfect.
We know that, Kirk.
I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family in your prayers.
I will pray for you, Kirk. I love me some Kirk Franklin, honey. This does not, you know, deter me, you know, away from how I feel about Mr. Kirk Franklin. I love me some Kirk, okay? Kirk just been through a lot with his son, honey. That's all it is. Let's look at what the comments, what the people in the comments, honey, what they got to say about the situation. One person says he doesn't owe us an apology. I would have smacked my son for cursing at me. Another person says sucks. He even felt like he needed to apologize, but I respect it. Another person says, no one is perfect, no judgment. We all fail every day. We can't expect other human beings to be perfect. Only Jesus is. Another person says, and you do not owe an apology. He is on your nerves. Another person says, I'm sure he did his best. Sometimes kids don't care about nothing. Another person says, 33, he know better. He grown. Yeah, Kirk's son is grown, honey, okay? I thought he may have been in his early 20s or something. Releasing that recording was extremely immature. Another person says you're a human and you're not God. There's room for grace and forgiveness. Now, another person that I really like and admire, they have chimed in on the situation too, and that is Mr. Ricky Smiley. So, honey, let's see what Ricky got to say. What Ricky got to say about this situation, honey.
I just want to talk about hope everybody having a blessed Sunday. Like I said, I want to talk about the whole Kirk Franklin situation or whatever. And it's so near and dear to my heart because I know exactly what he feels. I know exactly how he feels. I know exactly that situation because me and several of my friends are in situations like that. And let me talk about Kirk Franklin. I don't have to talk about him as an artist because we already know what he is as an artist. Kirk Franklin is one of the greatest and really changed the game of gospel music. Kirk as a person, man, is a very personable, wonderful, awesome person, man. I love hanging out with him. I love working with him whenever we get an opportunity to do stuff together. And Kirk is like a brother. Or whatever, you know, along with a lot of the gospel artists that's out here. You know, I think a lot of us go through this stuff, man, with kids, man. A lot of us out here that have tried to be a good father, you know, and we're not perfect. We're not claiming to be perfect. Only, you know, just being the best father that we can be. But, you know, Kurt is a human being, and just like any man, any grown man, because sometimes you have a son, but damn, when they get 30, they're a grown man that happens to be your son. And I just think it was really sad and unfortunate for, I can say nephew, for nephew to record a conversation between him and his dad and put it out there like that to try to sabotage and try to destroy his image, his name, his career.
And really quickly, guys, we all know that's why that son did that, you know, because Kirk is a Christian artist, you know, but Kirk, you know, he had to check his son, let him know what time it is, okay? He probably sick of providing, you know, financially for the boy. The boy is a man now. He's grown, so I don't know, honey. I think it got something to do with some money. What do you all think?
Thing which he have somehow at some point benefited from.
Yep.
I find it interesting that when people, whether it's a kid, a niece, a nephew, when they get mad about something and they're not benefiting from what you do anymore, then all of a sudden, let's try to do everything I can to destroy you or just spit on the way out. Right? And it just sounds to me like, just like a lot of us fathers, just a typical son, you know, that have had everything, have had every opportunity, and just kind of come up and have a sense of entitlement. And personally, I agree with Avery Thompson on the video. I don't think Kirk Franklin owed anyone an apology. And I wouldn't apologize for shit. And I've talked.
Come on, Ricky. Tell us how you really feel, honey, okay?
I've talked to mine that way. I've talked to some because I got 2 sons or whatever, and I got a whole bunch of nephews, and I have cursed several of them out several times. And I don't care if they recorded it or not, because it's my business, you don't understand the extent of the relationship, the hurt, the damage, the pain, everything that you have went through, how many times for suspension, how many times you had to pay attorney fees, how many times you had to go to court, how many times, everything that you went through with some of these grown ass kids or whatever, you don't understand what a lot of kids put us through. And I'm not justifying or whatever, but you don't know how he feels, you don't know his pain, you don't know his anger, you don't know what he's been through, you don't know what he had to deal with for years and years and years, because I'm sure you can't freaking tell me that Kirk Franklin, who's been in this industry probably over 25 years, successful, has been a deadbeat dad. You can't tell me that. I'll put that up against anything. You can't tell me that he's been a deadbeat dad. And if we get you through high school and get you a little piece of shit used car when you were 16 or whatever, just to get you through high school and get you through college and pay some tuition, buy some books, get you educated, we owe you nothing.
That's right.
I seen Brian McKnight's sons go out and try to destroy him and say what a bad father he was and this, that, and that. It's like everybody want to run to the internet and try to destroy somebody's career. I've had kids to try to destroy my image and my career. It didn't.
Now, what do you guys think about what Ricky is saying? Do you feel like the son is trying to destroy, Kirk's image? Let's read some more comments, honey, okay? Another person says he better than me because I wouldn't apologize for a damn thing. I know that's right. Another person says his song is wrong for that. His son betrayed him in public and that's wrong. Another person says his son did that to intentionally set him up and Kirk didn't need to apologize. Another person says Kirk never confessed that he was perfect, but only confessed that he serves a perfect God. Another person says people act as if Christians are above feelings like everyone else. His son set up the whole situation and recorded it. If he was so concerned that his father threatened him, why go to the internet instead of the police? I agree. This call was recorded with malicious intent. Yes, it was. Of course. Kirk Franklin doesn't owe anyone an apology for dealing with his own son. If your son did this to you, we would still be trying to get your foot out of his ass. He needs to cut him off ASAP. I agree. I agree, honey. Another person says everybody needs to mind their own damn business. Kirk Franklin, a grown man, he ain't God. Any real man will get in they kids' butt if they get disrespected. These internet gangsters is whack. Child. Another person says it's so true what Ricky Smiley is saying. Spoken well, these kids will bring out anger. Kirk, we understand. Keep living, brother. Another person says the public needs to just wish them the best and hope for healing and restoration in their relationship. Yeah, I pray, that they get to a better place. I really do, because it's really sad to see a father and son, a black father and son at that, going through this out in the public, but they're human, and Kirk Franklin just so happens to be famous, Vilifying the son or Kirk is out of order. Toxic behavior shouldn't be normalized at all. Another person says the parent versus the son. I felt like they need to go to the red table. That's a good idea. That is a good idea, honey. That's all you guys I have to say on this matter. Y'all get down in the comments. Let Miss Robinson know, how you feel about this whole situation with Kirk Franklin and his son. Do you feel like Kirk Franklin was wrong for spazzing out on his son like that? Do you feel like the son was wrong for, putting his business this out in the public, honey, out in these YouTube streets, honey. He ran to the internet, honey, on his dad, honey, okay? Do you feel like Kirk should apologize, you know, for being caught, you know, on a recorded line doing all that cursing, you know, and he is supposed to be a Christian, you know? I mean, to me, he is a man first, you know, before he is a Christian. You know, he's a human being. We don't know all the drama and ups and downs him and his son has, you know, had over the years. So I'm non-judgmental about all of this. I'm a very big fan of Kirk Franklin and will stay that way, honey, okay? I'm still down for you, Kirk. Okay, so y'all get down in the comments. Let Ms. Robinson know how you feel about all of this. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. Honey, I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.